Hello YouTube audience, I'm here with my son and my Mandarin orange tree, and I mentioned in my very first video that I had some concerns with some of these yellow leaves. So it's not doing much anyway. So you can see here, that's not a healthy leaf. This isn't a leaf that is old or should be dying off and dropping off yet. So it's definitely time for concern. You can also see here, this is a whole newer growth branch that has lost its leaves, and I dare say that is coming for a couple of these other younger branches as well. So I'm hoping that it's not too late for this tree, but I have noticed that it's not putting out the same type of new growth that I'm seeing in my other citrus trees. So the time to take action is now. Before I talk about what I've done to hopefully try to rectify this situation, let's talk about what I think might be going on, what might be the cause. One of the causes of leaf yellowing in citrus is over or underwatering. Now, I don't think that is the case here because I have this nice grow bag and I know for a fact that this is in a pretty drainable medium. But it is possible that this tree doesn't like this soil. I'm not immediately jumping to that conclusion. What also could cause this issue is some kind of nutrient deficiency, and that is what I am suspecting first here. Because I think my watering is okay, and I think that the medium that it's in is okay, because I haven't seen this same issue with my other citrus trees, I've gone ahead and treated this as a nutrient deficiency. Now, what nutrients might be missing here? My three culprits are nitrogen, which is the main ingredient for vigorous leafy growth, iron, which is known to cause leaf yellowing, and then also magnesium, that's also known to cause leaf yellowing in citrus trees. Okay, so that's nitrogen, iron, and magnesium that I think might be the culprit. And because time is of the essence and I want to get this tree going, I have gone ahead and done something for all three of those. So first, I've supplemented with blood meal, which I happen to already have on hand for some other garden projects. Second, I've put some Epsom salt, just pure Epsom salt like you would use in your bath. That should take care of any issue with magnesium. And then third, I've gone ahead and watered with some fish emulsion fertilizer, which is my favorite fertilizer to use on my bonsai trees because it has all kinds of good vitamins and nutrients for them. It also doesn't burn roots very easily, but it gives them some immediate nitrogen and some other good stuff. It's just a very good overall health solution for your trees and plants. So what I'm hoping to happen here is that the fish emulsion fertilizer becomes immediately available to the plant, giving it a boost of vitality, and then those granular things that I put in, the blood meal and the Epsom salt, will break down, dissolve, and become bioavailable to the plant pretty soon here, and hopefully nip any nutrient deficiencies that we're experiencing in the bud. I'll know that this works if I start seeing some growth that I like on this tree. So if I start seeing new buds shooting out, hopefully not too many more branches losing their leaves to yellowing, and this tree will be in a good spot. Only time will tell. So I will give a follow-up on this tree, whether it be good or bad. Since we're talking about citrus anyway, I figured I should go ahead and give a checkup on my other citrus plants. So I've kind of arranged them here, maybe in order from healthiest to least healthy. So first we have this orange tree right here, as the name implies. This is just a navel orange tree, obviously very young. I got exactly one orange off of it last year, and that was only because it already had an orange growing when I got the plant. I'll probably follow best practices and not leave any fruit on it because this is a very small plant right now, and navel oranges are a reasonably large fruit. You can actually see where that fruit came off of. So if you can imagine a full-size orange on this tiny plant, it was kind of funny. But ideally, I'll let these go to flower. I'll let them start setting fruit, but I will not let those fruit develop. But I am seeing a lot of things that I like here. So you can see here, this is all new growth and it's all over the plant. I'm seeing new leaves coming out, which is really what I want to see. You really want to see leaves on your citrus because they have a tendency to overflower and try to overfruit. So, you know, nitrogen is your best friend with citrus. Let's move right along here. This is my Home Depot lemon. Unfortunately, I don't remember what variety it is because I didn't bother to look at the variety. So it's setting some fruit. I'll probably let, you know, 1 or 2 of these fruit go all the way. I'm not seeing the type of leafy green growth that I want though. So if I don't see that very soon, I will probably sacrifice the fruit. I do see a few tiny little buds starting, so maybe I won't sacrifice those fruit and I'll get a few lemons this year, but the health of the plant is more important. If the tree dies, I won't get any lemons. So, you know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but when your lemon tree dies, you're not getting lemons. So here is my lime tree, and I probably removed 1,000 or more of these flowers, and they just keep coming up, but it's got little limes all over it. And again, I'm not seeing quite any new green growth that I want to see, and we're still in February, so although these plants don't go fully dormant, they do still have a growing season where they put out more growth than other seasons. So I'm still gonna wait and see if I think I need to supplement this in the same way that I did the Mandarin orange tree. And then lastly, we have the Meyer lemon. And this one does have some leaf yellowing on it. Proportional to the tree, it has not had the same amount of damage as the Mandarin orange tree. It does have some new growth coming out in places, which I like to see. But I would say that this is on notice. I might actually just go ahead and do a very light version of what I did with the Mandarin orange tree. I don't think it'll hurt. Okay, so let's quickly prepare our fish emulsion. Now, I'm gonna give a little bit of it to all the citrus plants because, like I said, you know, it's a good source of nitrogen, which they all need, and it's not gonna hurt them. So, I just give it an eyeball. Now, it's the ratio is, let's see, it'll tell you that the ratio is 2 tablespoons to 1 gallon of water, or 3 for perennial roses, vines, berries, 3 for shrubs, 1 for root vegetables, outdoor container plants. So it's a little bit different, and then up to 4 for trees per gallon. So we are dealing, the closest thing, we're dealing with trees here, but honestly, I just give it a little dollop and it's never done me wrong. You can also always give your plants some more later. You know, you can do this pretty much every other week if you really want to. So now that I have that in, now I am not going to use the fish emulsion first because it is what I'm going to water with. First, I'm going to go in with my blood meal. So blood meal, it's a byproduct of slaughterhouses and stuff, so don't use it if you have moral objections to eating meat or that kind of thing. I eat meat, so this is a product that's going to be made regardless, so I use it. It's a great source of nitrogen and a great source of iron, so those are the 2 deficiencies we're looking to treat here. I'm going to move this kind of mulchy material to the side of the pot just as best as I can, and I'm just going to give this a quick little sprinkling, just like that. And then I'm just gonna work it in a little bit, and that should be all right. That root obviously should be buried. I will do that in just a second, but honestly, that root is high enough where it's probably just died off anyway. Next, I'm going to take this Epsom salt. And this is what I use in bubble baths and stuff. So what you do, you just take a very small little handful, just like that. Bam. Again, spray around, work it into the soil. Just move whatever kind of mulchy material I had there. I don't have much mulch in this pot right now. So now that it's all good like that, I'm gonna let that earwig run for cover. And finally, I'm gonna water it in with my fish emulsion water here. And this is about 2 gallons of water, so I'm actually gonna give the rest of this fish emulsion to the rest of these plants. And we have maybe a gallon of this left after watering the citrus plants, so rather than waste it, why not give it to my bonsais? Maybe it'll help some of them wake up for spring. One final thing, it's best not to use liquid fertilizer when the plants are 100% dry. So all of these had already been watered today. The reason for that is you could burn the plant's roots if they're fully dry and then they immediately just take up all of that fertilizer water. You want it to go a little bit slower than that. So make sure that it's already a bit damp when you use your liquid fertilizer. But like I said, fish emulsion, use it in the proper ratio, eyeball it, and I doubt that you'll ever have any problems. So that's all I'm doing today with the citrus trees. I've got some other stuff I've got to do tonight, but there's always much to do in a garden like this, so just stay tuned and we'll see if the measures that I've taken will help those citrus trees perk up. Otherwise, thanks for watching.